How's everyone doing today? This is Devin from StarCraft 2 Tournament Center, bringing you guys a nice little game here from Demogus playing the bottom left here, the red Protoss, and one Gator, the green Protoss, spawning the bottom right here. So close air positions on Metalopolis. And in case you're wondering, this is not Game 3 from LiquidHuK and aTnSocke's series. This is a spoiler game because Huck did end up taking that series 2-0. So that's why I'm casting this game. So this game's kind of just fun. It was kind of highly rated on one of the replay websites. And Huck here doing something very weird. He is sending out very fast scouting probes. He actually sent this probe out first, and so he's already scouted Gator. So I'm interested to see what he's going to do here. If there's going to be any sort of shenanigans going on. He's just getting his pylon up now. It is in his main base. So I am wondering why the scout is so early. But he is supply blocked here, and Demaga kind of fooling around here. I'm not sure what he's gonna do. Demaga obviously being a pretty good player. He's going to play one Gatored, and Gatored is in the Clan 1, which does field some good players. They're not the best players in the world, but they are they're a little good. They're okay. And Gator has to be wondering what's going on here. The gateway isn't all that late from Demaga. It's a little bit behind, but his gas, of course, isn't up yet, and the probe production, he is a little bit behind him. So it was a little strange there. He wanted to get the fast scout, I guess. But anyway, this is looking like it's going to turn into a pretty standard game. And I wanted to talk quickly about the Huck and Socke series. Like I said, Huck did take that 2-0, and he just stormed over Socke. With that heavy zealots in the first game to beat him there, and the 4-gate race in the second game, which was very interesting. If you haven't seen those games, there is going to be annotations on this video to go check those out. And you can see that now, due to that early scout, Demaga is just a little bit behind in pretty much everything he's doing compared to Gator. So you should see what's happening here. This pylon is actually has lost all of its shield now from this probe. Probe doing work over here. Wouldn't that be funny if he could kill that? But don't think that's going to happen just because the zealot is coming out. Second gas now coming from Gator, which is pretty standard. You should see that gas finish right when the Cybernetics core finishes, and second gateway going down right after. Second gas now starting for Demaga, so his gas is a little bit late, not too much. And he was able to kill about half his pylon's health, or about a quarter of its health. But I don't think we're going to see any 4 gates here, just because both players have grabbed their gas at pretty standard times. So look to see this open up into some heavy blink stalker play. That's very common in Protoss versus Protoss, heavy blink stalker, and with a few Colossus mixed in every now and then. But I want to talk also a little bit longer about that Huck series. Huck did a very nice job. His timings were perfect in that series, and that's basically what allowed him to win that game. In the first game especially, with that holding off on the expansion, and then cutting in and taking down Socke's expansion before Socke could get an economic advantage. Very, very smart play. You can see here the Stalkers just scouting around for proxy pylons. And Robo coming from Demaga here. So look for him to get either an early Immortal out or to get an Observer. And now there's 3 gateways and 1 Robo, so pretty standard from Demaga. Small little force of Stalkers moving out for Gator. Gonna check on this watchtower. Not find much. This probe is probably gonna put down a pylon somewhere, wherever he's rallied to. He is rallied to the main base. Stalkers aren't gonna be able to do much. There's 1 zealot, 1 stalker, and 1 sentry. Diversity for the win over here for Demaga. And he's going to lose this zealot if he's not careful. 2 more rounds of shots from those stalkers would take that out. It's not going to be enough here. You can see the Robo is coming a little bit later for Gator, but he did get these. He did get the gateways up quicker than Demaga. You can see the 3rd gateway still coming. 4th Gator around the same exact time, and the Observer is going to be out. So kind of at a standstill here. Both players don't want to really commit to anything, but we can see that Demaga is going straight for Colossus here. So Colossus heavy play was very popular earlier in the StarCraft, like around the first couple months it came out. Very heavy Colossus, just rushing to those Colossus. As Protoss was very popular. You can see that both players are going to be going for Colossus here. The Observer will spot that for Demaga, but Gated has no idea this is coming. He might have some sort of hint. But anyways, Demaga is going to be throwing down his expansion here, which will also not be scouted anytime soon until this Observer gets over here. So the question is, will Gator go back behind the mineral patch to scout? He probably will, considering his robotics bay is also behind there. But is he going to get sniped? He is going to get sniped there. Wow, very, very nice play from Demaga. He saw that little invisible thing moving there and snipes that Observer, which is going to cause, which is going to cause Gator to get another Observer out. And Nexus from Gator needs to be thrown down here. He was at about 600 minerals, but he wanted to get something out. And nice sentry micro. How often do you see that? They're tickling that Observer to death with their little noodles that they attack with. Nexus needs to be thrown down. About 70 minerals late there. That's just being thrown down from Gator, and Demaga's is already 3/4 of the way done. So Demaga is ahead here with the robotics tech and with his Nexus. You can see that extended thermal lance is coming right now. Nice pylon placement to see any incoming void rays maybe. He has not even scouted this until now, so he did not scout the Colossus tech until just now. He is going to be scouting the expansion now also, and he's going to be very upset when he sees how far behind he actually is. He's either going to have to make an attack here quickly, which it looks like he's going to be moving out, or he's just going to have to take a quicker third than Demaga, and it looks like he is moving out just to defend here. Very similar armies here. More Zealots. It looks like 4 Gators. We actually go to the units tab here. 9 Zealots, 1 Colossus, 3 Stalkers, and 2 Sentries versus 1 Sentry, 3 Stalkers, 1 Colossus, and 4 Zealots for Demaga. So very similar army types. Pretty much the same exact makeup. The Stalker is going to be moving out, trying to grab that tower. And I don't know if he's going to be able to do that. APM tab quickly here. You can see the average APM for Demaga is a lot lower than it is for Gator, and 90 APM is not that amazing, and I don't know how you can survive at 90 APM. I'm kind of embarrassed about this a little bit, but I'm a Platinum League player, and my APM is around 90, so I don't know what the difference between me and Demaga is. Obviously not much, but anyway. We have Demaga making a push here. I don't know if it's going to be able to do much damage. He does have pylons going down, so there's going to be warping in more units. You can, of course, see that economy now kicking in for Demaga. He's trying to take advantage of that. Gator just has saturated this expansion. Stalker poking in to see what's going on. And Demaga's not going to be able to do anything. Gator now has more Colossus than he does. Demaga, that is. And Gator is going to be able to take this out quite easily. There's the 3rd Colossus coming out just in time to get in that little battle. And Zealots get eaten up by Colossus. Colossus versus Colossus here. Very interesting. But Demaga is going to go down here, it looks like to me. Gator just had the larger army. Demaga needs to micro these Colossus back and try to save them as much as he can, because he does not want to lose these. That is the most important part of your army as a Protoss player. And he's actually doing a very good job taking down a lot of units here. All that's surviving now is a few Stalkers and all these Colossus. He needs to be able to save this, keep running it back, and he does end up saving that Colossus. He needs to put it in the back here, which he is doing. Very nice job. And it's always funny to see Colossus versus Colossus micro, because see, that's what I was wondering. Does Gator have the extended thermal lance? He does not. So that's the reason why Demaga was able to do so well in that battle, because he does have the extended thermal lance, and his Colossus can outrange Gator's Colossus. So, see, the Observer is going to follow the army here. First little skirmish of the game here, and you can see that shields are going to regenerate on these Colossus, and that is why keeping those alive are so important, because they can essentially get half their health back right away. Gas being taken out at the expansion, right about the same time Gator is, so look to see both players try to take a 3rd base within the next 2 minutes, around the 15-minute mark, especially after that engagement. They're going to want to rebuild their armies a tiny bit just to feel safe, and then you'd look to see them throw down that 3rd. Chrono Boost being used on this Colossus here. And the Watchtower is being held by Demaga. The next battle wouldn't surprise me to go Namaga's way, because he does have this economic advantage. It all depends really who throws down the third and who has the better timings. What really needs to come out is now that these two bases are fully saturated for each player, they need more production facilities. You can see one more robotic and one more gateway being thrown down for Damaga, and two more gateways being thrown down for Gator, and that is just because Gator already has all these Colossus. Look at that, he's just chrono-boosting those out. You can see he has one more than Damaga, and Damagas are hurt, but now Damaga is producing two Colossus at a time, so he is going to have the Colossus advantage very soon. See, Probe's still chilling over here, so any sneaky pylons he could put down could do some damage. This Observer is going to scout in here. Not going to see much, and that might cause Gator to move in. At this point, I feel like Gator does have the larger army. Lots of zealots to soak up damage from the Colossus. And Damaga looks like he's actually in trouble here. He does not have that much out. He needs these two Colossus to come out desperately, and he might just get that because Gator looks like he's waiting for these zealots and another warp in. So those two Colossus might come out at the very... one Colossus at least coming out at a good time here. He does have 2, 4, 6 Colossus versus Gator's 6 Colossus as well. And I don't know who's going to take this very close battle. Damaga has a nice concave. I don't think Gator has the thermal lance. No, he does not. Because these Colossus are just going to be sitting back here doing so much damage for Damaga. While Gator is doing the same here. It looks like Gator is making some progress here, but there is a nice concave from Damaga. Very nice positioning. And it's just a Colossus battle now. And with the warp-ins coming from both players, I don't know who's going to take this. It looks like Damaga is pushing back Gator, but Gator has more Colossus reinforcing, and I don't know who's going to do this. Damaga needs to get more Colossus out. Damaga is pushing Gator back here. He has 1 Colossus left now versus 2 Colossus, and is Gator going to be able to push in here? I don't know, because Damaga has the reinforcing Colossus faster, but Gator is warping in so many units here, and I don't know what's going to happen here. Damaga really needs to warp in more units right here, except the losses as expansion until he has more Colossus out, which are not on the way. He does not have the money for it, and it looks like Gator is going to be able to take this game here. Damaga does not have enough, especially if Gator rallies more units. He's rallying more Colossus and warping in more units here. And GG from Damaga, and a very, very fun game to watch, Colossus versus Colossus. And Gator was able to win that game even without the extended thermal lance. Actually, he did end up getting that, but for most of the game, he did not have the extended thermal lance. You can actually see here he was switching into a more upgrade build, which is very good from Gator, just because if he did end up losing this battle, he would also be transitioning into upgrades. Very nice play from both players here. Damaga surprisingly losing, not really. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. This was a spoiler game. Hope you enjoyed it. It was just kind of a more fun game, not as serious. HuK did take that series 2-0, best of 3. Another series coming tomorrow between... I don't really know. I don't know. I don't know who it's between, to be honest. But, yeah, look out for that tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and talk to you guys later.